welcome to
Gank That Drank,
a supernatural drinking game podcast. This is Season 1, Episode 11, Salvation and Devil's Trap.
Guys, in every episode of Gank That Drank, we assign ourselves each at least 2 drinking game rules, and we play along with 2 episodes of the impressively long-running and robust television show Supernatural.
After we watch and play, we will chat about the episodes that we just watched, probably while a little bit tipsy, depending on how our rules played out. And then we're going to evaluate those rules in our quest to curate for you the perfect supernatural drinking game. And guess what? Like, we're there.
The quest is almost over.
It is. These are our last 2 episodes of Season 1. And then, of course, you know, on the next episode, we're going to recap it for you. We're going to deliver the drinking game as promised. All that mamma jamma. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Nate.
And tonight we're watching Salvation.
About time.
Yeah. Aired April 27th, 2006. And Devil's Trap. This is another Kim Manners, Eric Kripke episode.
Woo.
I don't have the date, so let's just gloss right over that.
Yeah, sometime.
Do we need to even do the spoiler alert anymore?
I think people get it.
You get it.
You know, look, if you don't know what happened at the end of this season, then you might not be a fan of the show. But
yeah.
What rules are we playing?
Okay.
Because I don't even remember.
I'm playing. So we didn't choose randomly. We were sort of going through stacking up the drinking game rules and what we've done so far, and we each picked one of the ones that we've only played once so far. So I'm going to play the trunk, take 1 drink anytime the boys open the trunk.
I am going to play gun. Anytime you see a gun, take a drink.
Oh, boy.
Getting into these episodes, I'm sure it's going to be a lot.
Well, we're going to see 1 gun, really specifically.
Yes.
I'm going to play Someone Dies. Take 1 drink anytime someone dies. Take 2 drinks if you never knew that person's name or can't remember that person's name.
And I am also playing blood splats. If you see some blood splats, just anywhere. Doesn't have to be on the camera, but anywhere.
Take a drink. We're still playing that Easter egg rule, damn it.
Found 1.
We're still going to play Sammy. And then we're both going to play badge. Take a drink anytime the boys flash a badge. Because we played it twice, but it hasn't happened.
But we know it happens.
We know it happens. So we got to stick with it. All right. We are going to go. We are going to watch Salvation and Devil's Trap. And we're going to get right back to you.
Yeah. Let's ice these mooks. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that.
I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know. It's something he says once.
Okay. Well, we'll see you on the other side. And we're back.
Yeah.
Woo, we did it.
We finished it. It's over.
Season 1 is in the can. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Salvation and Devil's Trap. Which one do you want to do?
I'll start with Salvation. Why not? So, Salvation is the name of the town in Iowa that they go to because Sammy... Well, first of all, where we left off, Dad is back. Mm-hmm. Dad's back with the boys, and their whole mission is to get this yellow-eyed demon. Well, Sam conveniently has these visions that are becoming stronger and stronger, and so he sees a vision of someone in Salvation, Iowa, and this woman and a baby who, and I guess they like pick up the pattern that it's all these babies. Exactly when they turn 6 months old, this demon comes for them, and the mother burns the mother and stabs the mother each time, or something.
Unclear.
Yeah.
So I have a big question about demons when they just injure somebody, like they just pin you against a wall. And, like, you grimace a lot, and it's clear that they're hurting you. But what are they doing? Are they just, like, squeezing your spleen? Like,
I imagine it like a force push.
Yeah, but for the moms, he, like, makes their uteruses bleed
was weird.
Externally.
That was weird.
It's gross.
Like, I feel like we didn't need that added. I feel like the scene was just fine without throwing that
blood from the abdomen?
The blood, yeah. Ugh. Like, that was strange. So Dean sees these images, and they decide to go save her. Well, in the midst of not saving her...
Sam sees it.
Yeah, Sam sees it.
Yeah.
The rest of them don't see it.
Right.
Anyway, he relays the message. He could be bullshitting them for all they know, and they just go along with it. They're so trusting of him. So they go, and we get this like weird, like, I want to talk about Sam going up to the woman in public.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah.
We need to talk about all of the times that Sam and Dean and John are the predator in this situation. Like, no, so much that should have been a drinking game rule. Like, they are the danger, because you cannot, and no woman is going to be like, yeah, no, let me tell you all about my precious baby.
Yeah.
Rando who says you live in the neighborhood.
Who ran up to me on the street.
Who's like clutching at his temples and going, ah.
And paying lots of attention to my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like, strangers and babies. Like, there's an appropriate line of how much you can say about someone's baby if you've just met them for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Way crosses that line.
Mm-hmm. Hey, cute baby. Yeah, what's your name? What's the baby's name? How old is the baby? When is the baby's birthday? Where do you live? What bed does the kid sleep in?
What's its social security
Can
number?
I come over?
Lullabies it likes?
I need to spend the night with you.
So he just like weirdly introduces himself, and in the midst of all of this fervor of getting to the yellow-eyed demon, we get a call from one of my favorite characters in the show, is Meg. I love Meg. And she calls up, and it's so funny because they're in the middle of this heated whatever tiff about John saying, you should have called me when Sam had these visions.
Oh my God, yeah.
Brr, you should have called me. And then they're like, wait, oh, no. You have no right to say we should have called you. You never answer your phone.
We
ever.
did call you.
Ever do you answer your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, you're right. Okay. In the very, like,
I don't like your
Winchester
tone,
fashion.
Dean.
I don't like your tone.
But okay.
So they're talking about all this, and then Meg calls Dean and puts John on the phone. And I just love it's so the acting isn't great, but I love Meg's like just like sassiness and attitude.
See, I
throughout
don't
all of it.
Like so much of season 1, you get these bad acting moments. Like, you know, I think the Winchesters are killing it, and the scene at the end of Devil's Trap we'll talk about. It was really good, but like all of the demons are so one note. Like they all have to be like, holy water. Oh, please, John.
They're all sassy.
Like the lines they deliver are so cornball. Mm-hmm. That's why I didn't like the show at first. When Dorian was watching the show in real time, and I was like, no, this is dumb. It's like it's all played so seriously. It's like there should be at least 7 fun demons that they're just like, oh, we're going to have a meeting and exchange the Colt. Meet me at Disneyland at Pizza Port. Wear an ear hat.
Is that the plot to Field of Dreams? Is that a demon that's meeting Kevin Costner? Or is it like whispering to Kevin Costner? He says, go to meet me at a Red Sox game.
That's just a fun demon. They're not all bad. We shouldn't paint them all with that brush.
Yeah.
Or like later in, I don't know if it's this one or the next one, but later we see some demons who have possessed people sitting at their like breakfast table. I just want to see one funny demon like rifling through their stuff, going like, "Oh, look, these people are they like Pearl Jam
in like an office.
They've got laser discs."
And he's like on a photocopier, like making copies of his butt.
Of his butt.
I just want to see, some fun demons. I
guess Crowley is pretty fun.
He is. So John basically decides he's gonna leave the boys to go try to pawn off a fake cult, because that's all Meg wants is the cult. That's all these demons want is the cult. And so he tries.
And they're killing. Did you say that she's going around killing all the other hunters that they're friends with?
So she's going around killing all. She kills Caleb. Who we had to drink for, and she kills the
Pastor Jim.
That's how the episode actually starts, is with her killing Pastor Jim. And so she's killing all of John's friends. John gets angry and unable to recognize his own like hubris, just charges off to go and defeat her, even though he knows it's a trap and his sons tell him it's a trap. And then in the trap tries to pass off a fake gun.
Okay, but why would he give it to them loaded? That's gun ownership 101. Why would he put bullets in it? Because they tested out the one demon who we decided to name Jeff, who is a sandwich
Probably because he
artist.
knew they'd test it out, and like at that point They're going to be like, well, where's the bullet?
But they couldn't test it out if they were like, oh, well, let's test it out. We don't have any bullets. Did you bring bullets? No, you didn't say bring bullets. You said bring the gun. Well, of course we wanted you to bring bullets. Well, you didn't say that.
You didn't. You got him on the technicality.
Yeah.
You didn't say bullets. You said bring
gun.
the Colt. You didn't say Colt and bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Loopholes.
Yeah, and I feel like John would know them all.
I don't know if the demons are going to let that fly, though. But we don't know, because this is like the third one he's ever met.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's crazy about all this.
So there's a part 2 that you skipped where they're in the Impala, Sam and Dean. They're just sitting outside this woman's house. Yeah. Which, by the way, if Sam had accosted me like he accosted that woman, I'd be like peeping out my window like, that guy, honey, that guy.
He doesn't live down the street. He's sitting in his car outside our house.
With some other incredibly handsome man. Why are they staring at us? But they have a conversation in the Impala where Sam is like, you know what, Dean? I got to thank you. I know I can always count on you. You're always there for me. And just in case something happens, I just want you to know that. And I thought that was really sweet and nice. But then, of course, Dean is like, that's not going to happen. We're going to kill this thing. We're going to win because, damn it, I am the overconfident. That's what we do. And I just, like, in that moment, I really had to, like, take a look at myself in the mirror and just know that I would be a terrible hunter because my anxiety and, like, my always worst case scenario brain would just, like, not allow me to do. I would not be able to save people or hunt things.
I think it's a good moment, and I think it's like indicative of both characters.
Yeah,
like how they are.
Dean loves Sam.
Kayla, yeah, we get everyone dies. Then John comes face to face. One of my favorite like moves is when John does the holy water in the water tank for this warehouse in Lincoln that they meet at night.
He wouldn't have been able to do that at Disneyland.
Nope, he would not have been. He would have had to bless all of the Splash Mountain water
and trick them into
going on to Splash Mountain.
I'll give you the Colt, but first you're gonna really like this ride.
You're gonna love it.
Okay,
it's got Brer Rabbit.
When I elbow you, put your hands up though, because that's when they take the picture.
I would love a picture with like a Colt in the hand on Splash Mountain.
2 demons and Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah. Ha ha! Surprise! It was holy water.
and it just pulls in, and it's just John Winchester sitting there in an empty log by himself. Else is gone. Oh man, that would be amazing. There needs to be a Disneyland episode. Holy cow! All right, so we get the Fifis and Baby. We get all the good stuff. So then, finally, it's showtime. The demon shows up. We get the radio crackling. We get all the familiar, unfamiliar signs at this point.
The boys break in, and immediately the husband is like, "Get out of my house, you monsters!" And they're like, "No, we're here to help."
As if he was waiting for them because they were sitting outside his house.
Yeah.
For a while. And they go there. We go to help, and she's like, "I'm gonna go check on the baby." And that's when we see a scene that we've already seen because it was in Sammy's vision, except this time Sam steps in and
wastes a bullet. Doesn't know he's wasting it, but wastes a bullet. Yeah. I love the conceit that there is a limited number of bullets. Now, we talked about this. Season 1 is all about making rules, and the rest of the seasons are all about breaking those rules. But it's such a good dramatic element to be like, there are only a few bullets. The gun is useless without the bullets, and right now they don't have any other way to kill a demon.
Yeah.
Besides exercising it.
Right. Which is hard to do, because you gotta get to sit still for a little bit.
It takes up to 6 minutes.
Yeah.
You gotta get it to walk into a devil's trap.
Interrupting it all the time. Was that in the first episode?
No, that was in Devil's Trap.
Okay, I'm not gonna go into that then. And basically, we save the family, but the Yellow Eyes demon, which we don't know the name of yet officially in the show, escapes because they miss, and then they just get the family out of there before he can ignite the whole place on fire. And then they see him, and Sam's like, "I want to go in," and Dean's like, "No, not you. I'm not gonna lose you too."
Yeah, Dean's whole thing is like, we have each other. Dad and Sam are both like, we have nothing to lose. The only thing that matters is killing this demon, even if we all die in the process. And Dean's like, or maybe we could realize that we have each other, you know?
Dean just wants to have a house and settle down. That's all he really wants.
With his brother and his dad?
Well, with someone. He just wants to get out of this life, I always feel like.
Constantly. No, he
doesn't. He doesn't. But, like, he's always looking for a way.
He's got to help people. He's got to put those W's on the board.
I agree that part of him won't let him do it, but I think there's a part of him that always wants to have just like a normal life, which is why he always talks about like he wants
to be loved. He wants to belong.
He's a little bit of a martyr with the
lifestyle.
But
in this one, Sam and Dad are being the martyrs.
They are. They are being the
They constantly trade off. Every Winchester has to wear that hat at one time or another.
So John, basically at the end of the episode, though, we get a call from Meg saying that John is dead. John's no longer with us, and that's where the episode ends.
To be continued. We pick right up at Devil's Trap. Finally.
Woo!
We meet Bobby.
I screamed.
Finally. We get Bobby. But they have to sort of like, I guess, you know, be like, oh, we weren't sure we could come see you, Bobby, because you and Dad had that fight, and that's why he's never mentioned you. And that's why we never thought to come see you for help this whole time. All right, whatever, it is what it is. In the end, we get Bobby, so I don't care.
I mean, they shoot each other all the time on this show.
Yeah. But so Meg finds them, and lo and behold, Bobby is a wealth of knowledge, as he always is. They trap her in a devil's trap, which Bobby's the only one who knew about those things. He knows a lot about demons. They should have gone to him from the beginning. He's the one who knows this stuff. But there's this little bit, so Meg is trapped in the devil's trap. They're exorcising her and all this stuff. And it's like, tell us where our dad is. He's dead. Tell me where my dad is. Ooh, he's dead.
Dean goes super Batman on her.
Yeah.
Where is she? Where is he?
Yeah. And he just won't take dead for an answer. I think Meg actually that's one of her lines. And then finally through the exorcism, he's like, wait, he's not dead. Here's where he is. Don't exorcise me. And they go back and forth with Bobby about like, you can't hurt her. There's a girl in there. That is a demon possessing a girl. Don't hurt her. But then don't exorcise her because then she'll die because she fell off a building and got shot.
Kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Mm-hmm. They exorcise her, and then they make that poor young woman spend her last breaths on earth getting yelled at still by Dean. Where's our dad? What do you know? Tell us everything you know. And she's just like, can I just have 2 seconds of me time before I die? Ugh.
She's like, just tell me how Lost ended. That's all I want to know.
So then they figure out where Dad is, but they also now know at this point that demons can possess anyone they want. So they have to be careful. They pull the fire alarms. They find Dad. They get him out. They use another bullet to kill Jeff, the sandwich artist.
Jeff. Long live Jeff. Who appeared in the previous episode. We didn't even talk about Jeff.
Yeah, he was like, hey.
He was Ruby's friend. Or not Ruby. Meg's friend.
No Ruby yet.
Not yet.
But they're like, oh, well, we'll pull the fire alarm. And then, of course, as we all know, the fire company will be here in 7 minutes exactly.
Naturally.
Universal. What?
I've heard 11 minutes, personally.
I hope it's less than that.
I've heard that if you live next door to the fire station, it's still 11 minutes for them to get there.
Okay. So they find them with EMF, though, which I don't think should work on demons.
And it's not accurate.
EMF?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for what they're looking for. Well, not just the demon thing, but it could have been a haunted apartment with, like, another spirit in it. And just
they just stumble into
another
episode.
They're on, like, the floor above. And they're like, oh, man, it was right under us the whole time.
So here's how you find demons. Like, you go around just listening for who's making, like, the cheesiest pronouncements. Like, you try and make them laugh, and if they don't laugh and instead go, holy water, John, that's funny. Or that's cute. Anyway, so they take Dad to a cabin. Dean has this like moment where he's like, sometimes I think the darkness inside is getting to me. I killed that guy, and I killed Meg, and I didn't give a damn. What am I becoming? And John is like, hey, kiddo, you did what you had to do. I'm proud of you, son. You did what you had to do.
But it's not John.
So that's how Dean knows.
Yeah.
He's like, look, my dad is never supportive. He's always borderline abusive. So I am on to you. Then they have like demon therapy. And it really got to me, like when the demon's like, oh, poor Dean. Like, they don't need you. They don't want you. It was so sad. Like, that really got to me. But I did love that Sam, like, totally believed Dean.
Oh, yeah. Which later on in the series might not happen.
Yeah. I think the yellow contacts that they use for the yellow-eyed demon are gross. Like, why are they all milky and there's no iris?
They're weird. In the next season, they're much better.
Yeah.
They get a much better contact budget in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're like tinted.
Yeah.
They're not straight yellow.
And then I want to explore the concept of demon families, because the yellow-eyed demon is like, that was my son and that was my daughter. But aren't all demons...
Well, I think because in season 2,
they're not like demon babies.
No, they end up establishing that demons are just souls. They're just human, like former human souls.
Yeah.
That get sent to hell and then go through like demon training, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they establish in season 2. So that whole thing of like, that was my son and my daughter, not making sense at all per the context later.
Does not add up.
I guess at the time you're probably like, oh, are we trying to have empathy
Demons
for this demon?
Demons are people too? Like, I don't give a shit. You killed a lot of women.
At this point, I can't even remember in the episodes we've watched already, is Dean expressed his extreme vitriol against demons to where like, or does that come later? Where he's like, you can't, like,
it comes
demons.
later.
It comes later, right?
That comes when
they don't
Sam
know, because they don't know anything about demons. Still,
they don't know anything. They need to hang out with Bobby and learn more. Bobby, whose dog is named Rumsfeld,
who I'm pretty sure dies.
No, I think he's still there sometimes. Anyway, then we think they've gotten away, and like Sam is like, it's okay. We still got the Colt. We got one bullet left. Like, we can figure this out. We figured it out once. We can figure it in. And kablooey. They get creamed by an 18-wheeler. That scared me. It still scares me every time I watch it.
I forgot that's how it ended.
It was really well shot. It was really well timed. It is shocking.
Yeah.
And I feel real bad for the truck driver who just like wakes up and he's like, oh shit, did I just maybe accidentally kill the 3 handsomest men I've ever seen?
He's like, I had to...
What have I done?
Get all these pallets of Huggies diapers to a store. Now I just hit a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where we leave it.
That's the end of season 1.
It sure is.
Oh, I thought... I don't know.
What would you say were our lessons learned?
Of season 1 or just this episode?
Just this episode. So what we're going to do on our next... we're going to do one more episode. We're going to recap.
Yeah.
We're going to say what we learned in all of season 1. We're going to talk about all our drinking game rules.
You said that earlier. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about a lesson learned in the first one.
Always make sure that in a completely open area, you're scanning the horizon from time to time for an 18-wheeler barreling towards you.
That'd be a good episode, too. Yeah. That's a good one.
Also, listen to Bobby.
Also, don't always judge a book by its cover when it comes to the creepy guy that runs up to your baby on the street.
No, do not give people that advice, Nate.
Yeah, no, stay away from that guy. Guys that run up to your baby on the street.
Yeah. Handsomeness is not a factor.
Right.
Never talk to that guy.
Even if he's trying to save your baby from being burned or killed.
Okay, well, that's going to be one time out of 100. Yeah. The other 99 times you're going to get murdered.
How about this? If a random person comes up to you and your baby on the street while you're walking it, first ask them if they plan on thwarting a demonic possession attempt. If the answer is no, kindly ask them to get away.
No, don't be kind. No.
Or just
pepper spray first,
Tell
Nate.
them to get out.
Pepper spray first. Questions
then ask
later.
questions about demons later. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's how our rules played out. Our last one for season 1.
So they hit a lot.
Yeah, the trunk happened twice, and one of them it was John's truck trunk.
Tailgate. Thingy.
Gate. Is it a trunk? A truck?
It's like an embedded trunk, I guess. I mean, it's. I don't know.
I don't know.
How to describe that.
And I think I maybe missed 1 or 2 times they were in the trunk. I don't know. Someone died 4 times. I think we knew all the names. Pastor Jim, Caleb, Meg, and then we gave Jeff a name.
Right. And we debated Meg actually dying.
The girl died.
The girl died, but we didn't know her name.
I think her name is Meg.
I don't think so.
Why would you not think that? The demons are all named like Azazel and Azrael and Flazel and...
Her name is Meg Zazel.
Okay, so here's what I think. Meg Masters is the name of the girl she possessed so that she could keep using all her IDs and stuff. And then they just continue calling her Meg because that's like her Earth name.
But I think if we're going by the rules that are established later on of like demons having...
They're just trying to make it easier for humans.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, tell me what you think.
I think that she was a person named Meg in the real world, died, became a demon, just kept the name Meg. And I think that these other demons, the Azazels and the Alisters and all those, they are also humans, but they were humans a lot longer ago and have been demons for a lot longer.
No, because some of the demons were created by God and the angels. They're like by Lucifer.
Right,
so
but
Lucifer
they were
was an angel, and then he created the demons.
Didn't they create them out of human souls that were in hell?
Look, I don't know. Somebody who watches the show a lot more closely and remembers the shit, because we were talking.
That's how I would write it, personally. Maybe I'm just like projecting my own. They just have
old names.
Well, they're people that have that died, went to hell, got demon training, then came back to Earth. And
they got their demon certification.
They come through. A lot of them come through the portal.
They took a 6-week.
Yeah, they took a course.
There's
there's an online. There's an online portion.
Because you can get Wi-Fi anywhere.
Yeah. Exactly. You can get it in hell. There's great
Sam
internet
can get
cafes.
it at a burger place, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that through that, then they just keep their names. Or you just, when you're a demon, you come up with a new name. I don't buy,
I just think, like, if you're possessing someone, you have their wallet, like, you're going to use their debit cards and stuff. And you can't be like, I'm Meg, and then pay with a debit card that says Emily.
But if you're a demon, what do you need that stuff for?
Because they still got to, like...
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they got to eat and sleep and all that?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, she was walking around in a body just fine that had fallen from 7 stories up and been shot.
That's true.
And then when she left the body was like, couldn't hold its own weight.
What if it just, like, really had to pee? Like, you're possessed for a while, and then when you're finally not possessed, you're just like, oh, I gotta pee so bad.
All I had to do was go to the bathroom for a year.
Well, I was saying, too, like, if you had a demon in you, or you know, can you just make it drink, like, really salty water, and then, like, you'd pee, you'd slowly, like, as the salty water it was in your cells, like, the demon would have to escape through your pee. Don't listen to me. Okay, so then the gun, we saw the gun 9 times.
1,000.
And I think
times.
I missed some.
Yeah,
Blood splats only twice. They flashed a badge twice. Sammy was said 5 times. And I think we're going to count a crispy Easter egg as being Bobby Singer. Because that's the name of the executive producer.
Yes.
All right.
That was fun.
It.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gosh. Coming up next on Gank That Drank, find out what your Season 1 drinking game is going to end up being. Which rules will we keep? Which rules will we modify? How we're going to put this thing together for you. And just our general recap of Season 1.
Yeah. Overall, all the fun times that we had and will continue to have.
So you have 2 weeks. Get at us on the Facebook group. Get at us on the Instagram.
Tell
Go
us
to the
what
blog.
rules you liked.
Yeah, at Most Excellent Pod. Vote for your favorite rules. Now's a great time to start making suggestions for season 2.
Oh yeah, please do.
We need some more rules.
And cocktail suggestions.
God, yeah, we need those.
Yeah.
And yeah, remember your Gank That Drank lessons learned. Never take Nate's advice about people who approach women on the street.
Yep, never.
And
look
both
out
ways.
for 18-wheelers possessed by demons.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of truck murder in season 1.
A lot, so much.
I love truck murder.
They sure do.
And just road murder in general.
Mm-hmm.
Even though no one gets murdered, but still, truck violence.
I'm excited to get to season 2.
Oh, I am too. I'm so happy we're done with season 1. Not of the podcast, but of Supernatural. Because as fun as it is, now we get into it.
Now we're really going to go.
It's time to begin.
It's go time.
Yeah.
We've got Bobby. Everything's going to be okay.
That's all I was holding out for.
Love it. All right. So remember when you're out there in the world saving people and hunting things, the family business, keep the most excellent podcast Gank That Drank motto in mind. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.